How much does it mean to look into that? And this is what I did. My father's in the Hall of Fame as a pitcher, but to look at that guy standing on the hill and to know he looks over his shoulder and he's got you. Now, he's got seven others as well, but how much pride do you take in the fact that you're your pitcher's bodyguard during a game?
Yeah, that's a really cool question. I take a ton of pride in that. I mean, they're going up there, giving their best. I think that's all we could do is kind of do the same thing for him. I know that kind of invigorates him when we makes a play, and then he'll go out the next guy and strike the next guy out. So I think it's really cool.
For you, the part of your game that you feel this year, let's say in 2023, that you may have even told me privately in the early stages of the year, this may be a weak spot for me, and I want to attack it. I want to grow in this area defensively. What part is that?
Probably my arm. I would say I think that's a really interesting area for me. Obviously, I used to play a bunch of center field before, so kind of left field angles and dynamics are a lot different. The throws to third base and second base are a lot different, and home plate. So I think that's an area I'd like to grow on that. But yeah, it's a lot to work on, obviously, every year.
Yeah, every year, right? And staying in the main, like Kevin Kiermaier was talking about, staying's the hardest part. Is focusing in on that, zooming in on that, since this is a defensive show here tonight. How does one, when you become a big leaguer, continue to work on their arm? What are some things you can do?
Yeah, I mean, just consistent work. I think it's really easy to get complacent, get really comfortable. We've been fighting for this our whole lives, and you get there, and it's like, okay, like I made it, I did it. Now I can just kind of take a deep breath. It's like, no, you got to keep going. Like, have to keep that hunger, never get complacent, like I said, and just do it every day.
Do you have a favorite play? If your Dig Me reel's only allowed one play, do you have a favorite play from this year defensively?
Probably the Chicago one. I think that was a really cool one. Tim Anderson leading off the game in left center. I know we were shaded kind of oppo, hits the ball in left center, and I didn't think I had a chance at it, so I just tried to take a stab at it. I knew Miles would be out there backing me up anyway. I mean, obviously biased, but I think he's one of the best center fielders in the game. But took a dive at it, took a stab at it, and somehow came up with it, snow coned it, so that was a really cool one.
For someone who's quite self-aware, I've read about you talking about meditation when you hit. So give me the best internal description of a moment like that. How does it feel? How does it feel to come through, to hear what you hear around you when you make a play like that?
Oh, it's euphoric. I mean, I think when you're in that moment, you're in your flow state. You can't hear anything. You're just locked in, focused on just one thing. And then kind of when you realize you made the play, you get to look at your center fielder, you get to see Miles, and he's kind of like smirking at you, like you realize what you just did. And that's when you kind of enjoy it with your guys.